All right, so day 5, my final day here in Phoenix, my final full day here in Phoenix. And this is for my residency too, for my doctoral program. And it's been a really productive week. Um, so we finished up the remaining proposal presentations today and got to hear different research topics from all of my other classmates. I told you guys yesterday that I did mine the day before. So yesterday I was complete. So today was low stress for me. I was able to get in there and just relax a little bit. And it was freeing. It felt really good to be able to do that and to be able to just hang out for a little bit. This morning, I was excited because I actually got selected to be a part of the focus group that would help make residency better. So the focus group for residency, and I was in the academic portion, so not the like health and life or whatever. The hotel was fine. I mean, this place is pretty cool. It used to be a hotel ran, but they only use this hotel now on the GCU campus for us residency, doctoral residency, and other people here for residency or have to come to the college for residency for their program requirements. Um, Pretty cool pool. I'm upset that the hot tub was like closed off all week because last year it was a pretty good place to go and wind at night. But like the pool was good, obviously, and then like the weather was nice this week. It got really warm today. It was almost 90 today. And I'm not excited about going back to Maryland because it's like in the 40s in Maryland again. It's like when I left, I guess the cold weather came back in. It even snowed like this week. I don't think we're gonna get any more snow here soon, but like that 40-degree weather, I am not looking forward to being in 40-degree weather again tomorrow. But hey, we'll make something shake. We'll make it happen. Anyway, with the focus group, I gave them some recommendations as far as what I thought was good for people who come into residency in the future. And hopefully they take some of the feedback. A lot of the things that I noticed from the last time to this time were pretty good. Residency 2, we had that assessment the very first day, which is just like a check on learning. I don't think that you can actually fail it in the sense that like they're not gonna kick you out of the program if you don't make it or make you fail residency if you don't make, a certain score. But like it's just a check on learning to see where you are. And so I talked about maybe getting that study guide out earlier so that people know what to study for. But it also should be something that, in my mind, I think that as you go through your doctoral process, and everyone now is in this new age where people can AI everything, right? AI is a big deal. They don't want to be giving doctoral degrees to people or to ChatGPT or Claude or whatever AI software that you're going to be using. So that check on learning with no notes, no anything like that, allows them to get an accurate assessment of what you know in this part as far as you are in the process. So what you're able to articulate and what you can defend, because at the end of the day, when you get to your program and you complete your dissertation and you're in that defense and you can't answer those questions, you're not going to be complete. You're not going to be complete. You're not going to actually get your doctoral degree. So it's important for us to be able to actually not just try to AI and chat GPT our way through this course or this program. And that's not why I joined the program. Like I don't want to be how you say it? I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to call myself a doctor in the aspect that like I'm, complete my doctorate and everybody else just chat GPT'd it, right? And they're calling themselves doctor. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be a process that it's going to challenge you. It's going to push you out of your comfort zone and set you apart. There's a reason why only 2% of Americans have have completed the doctoral program, whether that's PhD, EDD, Psych D, or whatnot. I'm not talking about ED. Obviously, that's a smaller population, but there's a reason why academia has these thresholds that are hard to overcome, right? That are going to test you. I don't think that it's necessarily hard. I think that if the right person with the right mindset attempts it and they're able to consistently apply pressure and stay resilient throughout the process, that it is totally doable for the average person, I think. I don't know. They say the giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing. I mean, but I think that I don't think that I'm special in the aspect that I completed a doctoral program. I think that most people with the right capacity and the right motivations could actually complete it. But I also think that it should be hard, right? It should not be an easy process because if it was easy, everybody would do it. So, yeah, I'm gonna get off my soapbox with that. But I wanted the program to be challenging. I wanted it to be long. I wanted it to be something that I could be proud of at the end of it. And that's partially why I make sure that I don't just chat GPT everything, right? I use it to help me come up with certain, topics and help me get my thoughts together or as a sounding board and for editing, because those things are important. But I don't want my dissertation to be just chat GPT written. I want to have that ownership. I actually want to learn from this process because I plan to use the information that I get from my study to help make the world a better place, right? I'm doing my dissertation on the transition for senior leaders in the Army, right, as they retire and how they transfer into private sectors. I want to know that, right? It's kind of self-serving because I plan to be in that position here in a couple years, but I do want to use that as a sounding board to maybe I can, give TAPS presentations and help give people easier process, right, or a systematic approach to like transitioning, right? Some of the things that they can learn from me before they actually transition that could help them do better, right? I want to be that person for someone else, and I can't do that if I just allow ChatGPT to do my work for me. I have to go through that process. But yeah, so after we got the little farewell speech from the residency coordinator, doctor, or whatever, residency chair, we did the focus group, and then we did the presentations, right? The rest of the classmates. We had still about half the class because we got through half yesterday, so the other half finished today, and then we were done. So we were done right before noon. After that, after we got done with the presentations, we took class pictures. And if you're on my other social media, you've seen the picture of our whole class, whatever. Some of these people, are brilliant. They're doctoral candidates. All of us are. But it was a really good residency. And after that, I got to see one of my friends, right? I haven't seen Jorge. I don't even remember the last time we've seen each other in person, which is sad. But the Army gives us these friends where you spend time together, right? 2 to 3 years at a time, right? And you build these relationships, these bonds that like transcend time, right? So like when I saw him today, I didn't want to leave, but I felt like, he's my brother. So we didn't miss a beat. And that's the beauty of it, that regardless of us, having our own lives, living across the country from each other, once we get back together, it's like we never left off. Those relationships are important. I know that I could call him tomorrow and he'd be there for me, and likewise, right? But we don't have to talk to each other every single day or whatnot for us to still have that bond with one another. And that's just that's a beautiful thing, I think. I'm glad I got to see him during this trip. So just getting to see him, everybody else who I missed on this trip, I'm sorry, guys. If you're ever on the East Coast, you always got a place, to crash. I can always make you a meal. You can always come through. Sorry if I missed you, but I consider it a success that I got to at least see someone from my past and hang out with them for a little bit. We went to go to tacos. We went to this place, a hole in the wall, right? We literally just Googled it because he don't live on this side of town, so he wasn't sure what was close to us. But we went to this taco shop, and it ended up being a really good pick. They had some good tacos. I didn't think I was going to be able to finish them. I got the taco plate, and I smashed, minus the frijoles. I didn't really like the beans, but the tacos were on point and very authentic. The horchata was really good. I got a large horchata, and I got steak. So I got carne asada, I got chicken, I got the pollo, and I got some shrimp tacos, 2 of each, and I smashed them. Yeah, I didn't think I was like, I'm gonna save some for later. There was no later. I literally ate all those tacos because that's how good they were. But yeah, that was awesome. We talked for like an hour and a half, just catching up and talking about things, going on in our lives, and it's crazy because like when I first met him, my kid that's a senior now, she was like 3 or 4, and then I look at my sophomore, she was a baby, when we were in Belgium together. And now, his kid's in high school, my kids are in high school. It's crazy how time just fucking flies by. Time does not stand still. It's not playing with any of us. It is going to continue to move. And that's partly why in this process with this doctoral degree, I'm trying to just take advantage of it and maximize as much as I can, my life, because time's not standing still for anybody. And so like, as we could just allow time to pass us by, we could allow time to just continue to move and not us growing and progressing with the time, or we could push ourselves to be better, right? And actually accomplish some things within the time that we're given. So that's what I'm trying to do with myself, maximize my potential and be the best that I can be. For dinner though, I got to get some Ono Hawaii, right? If you don't know what Ono Hawaii is, on the West Coast, it's a Hawaiian barbecue chain. I haven't hit this place since I was here last year. We don't have them on the East Coast. I've had Hawaiian barbecue. I've even made it at home, right? Some Kobe ribs and some chicken and steak, marinated, the teriyaki / sweet sauce, with the mac salad. You gotta have the mac salad and some musubi, right? And then like my eyes were bigger than my stomach because I ate those tacos earlier. I wasn't that hungry when I ordered it, but I had to hit it since we were out here. And I ended up eating about half of it. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this series up as far as checking in with you guys, giving you guys some vlogs. I fly out tomorrow morning about 10:30ish. I gotta be at the airport earlier than that. I went on ahead and checked in for Southwest, and I upgraded my seats. I'm not playing with Southwest this time. Nowadays, now you have the assigned seating, so you don't just get to go, people who get to go first. Before, when I flew with Southwest, being a veteran was awesome, being in the military, because I used it to my advantage. They let us board first, and when you fly with Southwest, before, when they have assigned seats, you literally could just pick whatever seat you wanted, and I would just get me a exit row seat, so I had that extra leg room, but now I had to pay for it. I could wait and try to ask for an upgrade at the gate, but it's not that expensive. I just bought the extra space, so that way I'm good to go. And the good thing about Southwest too is they allow veterans, military, to check their bags for free, so I didn't have to pay for that. So I kind of looked at it as a trade-off. I'll get the extra space, but I don't have to worry about checking no bags or to paying for the check bag tomorrow, because I only brought one suitcase. If I had to just talk about this week, if I had to sum it up, I'm reflecting. It was productive. It was valuable. The residency experience is awesome. I like that I have the online program, and I'm able to pursue my, goals from a distance. But I do like to come here in person and being around other like-minded people at sounding boards and getting to talk to the professors face to face. Those things are important as well. But so yes, productive and valuable, 100%. If you're thinking about pursuing higher education and you want to get a doctoral program, I recommend GCU. I know sometimes they get a bad rap, but I haven't had any issues with it myself, and I've learned a lot of things. At the end of the day, another step forward for this doctoral journey. I'm grateful for the experience, grateful for the people, and ready for the next phase. Brick by brick, we're going to get after it every single day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Get down in the comments if you have any questions. I'll try to answer them as I get through it. But, yep. Peace.